Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. So can you have your resume, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so your name is Varun
Varun.
Junnu.
Varun Jannu.
Jannu.
Yes.
Okay. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. Myself, Varun Jannu. I'm from Varangal city. Currently, I'm staying in Hyderabad, and I have a good knowledge on Java and HTML, and I know some basics of C and C++. And coming to my educational background, yeah, I did my graduation BTech in Balaji Institute of Technology and Science, Narsambet, and I did my intermediate in Jaimuki Junior College, Hanamkonda, and I did my schooling in Deshapet, Kautai School, Deshapet. And coming to my hobbies are traveling and learning about new things.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't have a short time goal and long term goal. I have only one goal, that is uh, to be in a to be a good position in a company within 5 years. And coming to my family background, we are four members: father, mother, and one younger brother.
Okay. Varun, you have knowledge on Java,
Yes,
C, C++, and HTML
yes,
also.
sir.
Okay. So in that arrays concept, do you have the idea of arrays concept?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is array and some limitations of array? Okay.
Yeah.
So please tell.
Array is an indexed based collection of fixed number of homogeneous elements. Advantage of array is we can represent more number of many numbers under a single variable. And main disadvantage is we can't if we are creating an array, we can't increase or decrease that array size based
Okay.
on our requirement.
Okay.
And we can represent only homogeneous elements in that
Only for
array.
homogeneous
Yeah,
names. Okay, so good. So what about the strings? Strings concept. So
yeah,
explain about the string.
yeah. Strings is nothing but a group of characters, and we can create strings in a three ways. That is, one is we can directly assign a group of characters, and we can uh, represent it in within double quotes, and space is also considered as a string, whereas it representing in double quotes.
Okay,
And
so
we
in how
can,
many ways we can create the
yeah, we
strings?
can create strings in three ways.
Okay,
One is we can directly assign group of characters with that string variable,
okay,
and second one is with using new keyword we can assign a group of characters and store that group of characters in a string variable.
okay.
And third one is we can represent it with the arrays concept.
Arrays.
Yes.
Okay, we can
And
store the arrays.
yes.
Okay, so good. So in how many ways we can compare these strings?
Yeah, with in three ways we can compare two strings. Yeah,
Okay,
one is double equal operator. Second one is equal method, dot equals method,
okay.
and third one is compare to method.
Compare to method.
Yes.
So okay, so good. So what are the difference between final versus immutability? See, these both concepts are same or different.
Yeah, so both concepts are different actually.
Okay.
Actually, final means we can, if we declare a variable or reference as final, we can't reassign another object to that variable or reference. Whereas coming to immutability means it can't be changeable. That means if we are creating an object, we can't make any changes in that existing object. If you are trying to make any changes, then one new object will be created.
Okay, so good. Okay, so in the strings and string is and dot equals method is there. Okay,
Yes,
in that string also double equal operator is there. Okay, so
yes.
what are the difference between dot equals method and double equal operator?
Yeah, and double equal operator means it compares sorry, double equal method is for reference comparison or address comparison,
Okay,
and dot equals method is for content comparison.
okay, so good. So what explain about the switch case statement?
Yeah, switch case. When we go for switch case means if several options are there, then we should go for switch case statement.
Okay.
Yeah, there is some conclusions are there in switch case statement. Yeah, that is curly braces are mandatory in switch case, and inside switch independent statements are not allowed. And if case and default are optional inside the switch, and that means uh, empty switch also a valid Java syntax.
Okay.
And case label should be in the range of switch argument type, and duplicates case labels are not allowed inside the switch.
Okay. So is any there in some other conclusions is there?
Yeah, and the allowed data types until 1.4 version is int, short, byte, and char.
Okay.
From 1.5 onwards, enum and wrapper classes are added. That means integer, character, and short, byte, and enum.
Okay.
From 1.7 version onwards, strings are also allowed.
So strings are also allowed. Okay. So good. So you have more knowledge on switch case segment. So okay. So let us to come to the point. So do you have the no idea of literals concept?
Yes, sir. I know.
Yeah. So okay. So what are the literals in how many types of literals are available in Java? So could you please explain?
Yeah, actually, literal means it's a synthetic representation of a data type. That means it's a constant value which is held by a constant variable.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are four types of literals are available. One is binary form, and octal form, hexadecimal form, and decimal form. For binary form having base 2 and allowed digits are 0 and 1. And octal form that consists of base 8, and allowed digits are 0 to 7.
Okay.
And hexadecimal form base is, that consists of base is 16, and allowed digits are 0 to 9. And for extra characters it's a to F, either small or capital. That means uppercase or lowercase.
Okay. So
And decimal form, it having base 10 and allowed digits are 0 to 9.
so okay. So good. So in the Java, so how many reserved words are supported in Java?
Yeah, there are actually Java supports 53 reserved words.
So okay,
Supports
53
53.
reserved words.
Yes.
Okay, so could you please explain about the object-related keywords in Java?
Yes, sir.
So
There
how
are
many types
four
of,
types. Yes.
How many types of object-related keywords are there? So what is the purpose of that keywords? Could you please explain?
There are four types having object related keywords.
Okay.
That is, one is new keyword. New keyword is used for creating an object. And second one is instance of keyword. Instance of keyword also used for creating an object. And third one is super keyword. Super keyword is used for calling super class objects. And this fourth one is this keyword. This keyword is used for calling current class object.
Okay. So Java is a strongly typed programming or weakly typed programming?
Yeah, obviously strongly typed programming language.
Why the reason you are telling strongly typed programming?
Yeah.
Any reason is there?
Yeah, every variable and expression should be checked by compiler for compatible type.
For compatibility type.
Yes.
Okay. So okay. So in Java, okay. So in Java, so you have knowledge on C++ also. You mentioned that, okay.
Yes.
So in C++, the character data type, okay. So the character data type range is on 2 byte, 1 byte in C++, but in Java 2 bytes. So why the reason? So because anything special is there in Java.
Yeah, actually C and C++ are ASCII code based languages.
Okay.
So it contains 256 codes. Then that means we can represent 256 codes into 1 byte. But whereas coming to Java, it is a unique code. So it is having 18 languages. That means it having 65535 codes. we can't represent it in single byte. So in Java, character data type having 2 bytes.
Okay, so okay, so do you explain? Do you have knowledge and idea of identifiers concept?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So okay, so tell me about the identifiers.
Yeah, identifier is nothing but a name. It is used for identification purpose. It is maybe a class name or method name, variable name or label name.
Okay.
And we have to follow where we are assigning a identifier. We have to follow some rules like uh, identifier must and should start with the character, and it should not start with number.
Okay.
And special characters are not allowed except underscore symbol and dollar symbol.
Okay.
And there is no limit for identifiers.
Okay. So good. So yeah. So that's enough or anything.
Yes, sir. It's a combination of characters and should be combination of characters and digits.
Okay. So good. So in Java, how many types of variables are supported in Java?
Yeah, Java supports three types of variables.
Okay.
One is instance variable, second one static variable, third one local variable.
Okay. So could you
Instant.
explain one by one?
Okay, sir. Instant variables. Instant variables are also called as attributes or object level keywords.
Okay.
Yeah, and if the values are varied from object to object, it is called as instance variables. And instance variables created at the time of object creation and destroyed at the time of object destruction.
Okay.
And we can declare instance variables inside the class and outside the main method.
Okay.
And
Good.
yeah, JVM will provide default values for instance variables.
Okay.
Yeah, and yes, and static variables.
Okay.
Yeah, static variables are also called as fields or class level keywords. And
Okay.
if the values of a variable is not varied from object to object, then it is called as static variables. Static variables we must and should mention as static keyword. And static keywords are created at the class load time and destroyed at the class unloading time.
Okay.
And JVM will provide default values for static variables.
Okay.
And local variables. Local variables also are also called as temporary variables or automatic variables. And JVM will not provide default values for local variables.
Okay.
And we can declare inside the method and inside constructor and inside block.
Okay. So in local variables, we can declare inside method constructor or blocker.
Yes.
Okay. So good. So in that you are telling the variables, local variables. JVM will provide default values for only for instance and the static, but not
Yes.
the local.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So good. So okay. So explain about this inheritance concept.
Yeah.
In how many types of inheritance are supported in Java? So could you please explain one by one?
Yeah, inheritance means it's acquiring all properties from parent class to child class.
Okay.
Yeah, and inheritance also called as user relationship. Yeah, there are 6 types of inheritance are available. So one is single inheritance, second one is multiple inheritance, third one multi-level inheritance, and fourth one hierarchical inheritance, fifth one hybrid inheritance, and sixth one cyclic inheritance.
Okay. So yeah. So could you please explain one by one?
Yeah, okay, sir. Single inheritance means it having single parent class and single child class, and parent class inherited by child class.
Okay.
And multiple inheritance means two parent classes simultaneously inherited by two or more parent classes are inherited by single child class. there some ambiguity problem will be raised. So we can't achieve directly in Java multiple inheritance,
Okay.
but we can achieve with that by using interface concept and multi-level and multiple inheritance, also called as diamond inheritance.
Okay.
And third one is multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, one parent class inherited by child class, and that child class inherited by another child class.
Okay.
That means child class behaves as a parent class to the next child class.
Okay.
And hierarchical inheritance. In hierarchical inheritance, one parent class and two or more child classes are available. So one parent class is inherited by two or more child classes. And hybrid inheritance means uh, two or more inheritance, a combination of two or more inheritance are called as hybrid inheritance.
Okay.
And cyclic inheritance means one class inherited by another class, and that child class inherited by parent class.
Okay, so in which keyword we can use to implement the parent class to child class?
Extends keyword
Extends
by
through
by
inheritance concept.
yes,
So
sir.
we can use extends keyword.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so good. So okay, so explain about the overriding concept.
Yeah. Overriding. If a child class is not satisfying with parent class implementation, then child class allowed to redefine that method based on its requirement. So
Okay.
parent class methods which is overridden is called overridden methods, and child class methods which is overridden is called overriding methods.
Okay.
And overriding methods always takes care by resolution, always takes care by JVM. And also it is called as runtime polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism, or also late binding
Okay, so
polymorphism.
okay, so good. So could you explain on my example program
Yes, sir.
overriding concept?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Yeah, okay, so could you please explain it, that program?
Yeah, here in parent class, every method should be available to the child class. So it is an inheritance concept. Yeah, so by default available to the child class. So here child class is not satisfied with the parent class method. That means here marry, and here also a marry method. So it is not satisfying with the parent class implementation. So it is allowed to redefine its method based on its requirement. So here uh, so here parent class object can hold the parent class reference.
Okay.
Yeah, here t dot marry method. So within marry method will be printed. So here output will be Trisha.
Okay.
And child class object can be hold child class reference. So here within marry method will be print. So here, and next one is parent class object can be whole child class reference. So here it is. So here child class method will be output.
Okay.
Output, yeah, here output will be child class method. So same, Samantha.
Okay. So start here. In Java program, without using main method, it is possible to print some statements to the console.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, by using a static block, we can print that statement without using main method.
So could you please have an example program in
Yes,
that
sir.
you are telling that statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can write.
Okay.
Yeah, program without using main method, printing a statement. Yeah, this is using static block. Here first executes a static block. That means here one statement is there, so it will print hello. Next after that JVM will check for main method. So here no not mention main method. So I can represent it, I am representing it with the exit 0. So it this means shutdown JVM. So after this shutdown will be JVM will be shut down. So hello, that means here is this statement will be print.
Okay. So good. So my requirement is without using static block and without using main method, it is possible to some statements to the console.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is possible to print a statement.
So can you please write the one example?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can.
Okay. So okay.
And yeah, this program is without using main method and without using static block. Yeah, here I'm creating one object, static object, and inside the static object, I'm creating a constructor. Inside constructor, one statement will be there. So after this printing statement, JVM will check main method, check for main method. So here I am not mention main method. So I represent it with exit 0. So same JVM will be shut down. So high will be printed.